Happy Sunday, everybody. We're doing the final boss metaphor again, second time. I got through the first phase last time and was doing fairly well on the second phase, but man, I got and it reset me all the way back to the first phase. I probably should have rewound the fight, but I didn't, and I got stuck, so here we are. Ready to try again? And there was some things I realized I could do. So we have these things to... Not everybody is leveled up all the way. I have a few of these. 40, that's... Yeah, I have more than a few, alright. Let's see if we can boost up a couple guys.
I can use this.
Increases strike attack by... That's good. Oh boy. Oh! Whoops. Ah! Stroll's kind of down there too, but I'm not using him as much, so I'm not too worried about him. Alright. I have anything. What are these? Figure everybody is at their...
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Nice.
We'll go back to her in a minute.
Hey, nice.
So I have her with this mask, which gives me... Let's see. Almighty light and dark damage, adds a resistance to ice and a weakness to electric. Automatic stat boosting skills on the wearer, adds resistances to light and dark. Devil Summoner's Mask. Resistance to dark and a weakness to ice. I don't remember what this one does. Magic Surge. Max HP. Max MP. Allows one ally to endure one fatal attack. Actually, though, that's really cool. Hold on. That's really... Yeah, let's do... And we get to keep the Ruins Flamethrower? Hell yeah. Alright. Yeah, that one's really good. Let's switch to that. And then... Let me make sure that she's... The Inherit... Dekaja, definitely. Is there a Medica I can put in here? No. No. Okay. Let's do this one. And take away... want the Medi just in case, but man. Oh, buddy. Alright. Let me double check what I have in the way of... I don't know if... Where's the food items? There, stuff like this. Fully restores HP for allies, that's good to keep in mind. 400 HP cures burn. Poison for all allies. status ailments for all allies. We should definitely look into using this instead of trying to patch our stuff. Got that one's good. Can't use that one. Not that one. Wow. This one probably used towards like the second half of the second phase. Oh yeah, we definitely need to use some of these. All right.
All right.
Let's go. And I am gonna skip the cutscenes.
The
Again, the world must.
We will win this. For the sake of our world.
Oh, I should have. I don't know why I did that. Switch. Where did.
Let us switch. Leave it to me.
I will fight with pride.
Ah, I didn't even think about that. Also, why is Juno not already at max? That's weird. You can.
Forward. This is it.
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing.
Facilio left him wide open.
Now, time to go offensive.
Weakness.
Warrior. Hack and slash.
Right on target. Nicely stole. Just the dance for. I call upon a royal soul. A bit much, actually. Your turn.
The world of all. And the magic seed. Give in to anxiety. It's hard to defy me. The inequities of the world. Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
What? Is he trying to swallow those people? Wait, they're puppets? I'm sensing deadly magma in the puppets.
All
Attack
right.
him before he swallows more.
Get wrecked.
The puppet's magma's fading.
In the name
Right
of
in the weak
justice,
spot.
no holding
Beat him
back.
down, Basilio. Right on target. Nice
Basilio,
one, Soul.
behold this power.
Keep it together.
Thanks.
That helped us out.
Helpful as ever. Our new world and its ideals have no This is it!
Nice hit. That
I'm
was
ready
perfect.
whenever. You're out.
Basilio left him wide open. Let's hit that
I call
new
upon
weakness.
royal power within!
That's a lot of criticals.
In your
This might be a good strategy.
The magic seed! I feel so heavy. Bloody hell! This heralds a new
Building up an incredible amount of magma.
sacrifice yourself to the new age.
You've got a bunch of ailments slowing
Here
you
I
down,
go.
Captain.
Ah!
Basilio left him wide open.
I shall
Let's hit that
warrior
new weakness.
be frozen!
Moving
Coming to the front. Personals, I'll show you. Raging fire.
Let's stay calm. I won't hold back! This is it!
The puppet's magless fading.
Thank you for the good luck, Nintendo.
You!
This heralds a new
Holding up an incredible amount of magma.
sacrifice yourself to the new age.
You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain.
You're out.
The puppet's magless fading.
Now, are you prepared?
Beat him down, Basilio.
Hack and slash.
I call upon a royal soul. Going for the weak spot.
We can do this!
Thanks. Well, thanks.
Thanks.
Our new world and its ideals have no need for you. Ah! Trivial. A warrior! I'll cut you down!
Oh, annoying.
Basilio, nice dodge.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Masked dancer. This might be too much. Please, after you.
I will fight with Vitus power. The magic seed!
Beat him down, Basilio. This'll be over soon enough. This might be a good strategy.
This is it!
All right. You're out.
Warrior! Hack and slash!
Right on target. Nice one, Stroll.
Wait! Wait, did I forget to? God damn it! I'm a dingus! Alright, that shouldn't have done too much. God damn it. Wasn't even paying attention. I feel like such a dingus.
What was that?
Let's see if we can recover from this.
Stroll's badly wounded. Can anyone heal him? Julia's badly hurt. Get her some healing.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
That side means he's gonna heal. Attack him. Or he'll eat the puppet. Sorry, my mistake.
There is no
Come
power.
forth, royal soul! The magic seed!
Basilio's anxiety is spiking.
God
Gotta
damn it!
prevent him until he shakes it off. You've got a bunch of
Are you
ailments
prepared?
slowing you down, Captain. Right on target. Nice one, Stroll. Too early for my exit.
God damn.
We will win this. For the sake of our world. Devil Summoner! Kahoolan!
I will fight for charging in! This is it!
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing.
Basilio left him wide open. Let's hit
Closing
that
the
new
distance.
weakness.
Warrior! Hack and slash!
Right on target.
I shall do
Nice
my
one,
best.
Stroll.
Oh, souls of kings, give me strength.
Cerberus!
Give in to anxiety. Shatter! inequities of the world can only sacrifice yourself to the new age.
What? Is he trying to swallow those people? Wait, they're puppets? I'm sensing deadly magma in the puppets. Attack him before he swallows more.
I won't hold back! The magic seed!
You better be ready. Get ready!
The puppet's magma's fading! Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio!
I leave the rest to
Taking
you.
center stage. Watch me! Raging fire!
Our new world and its ideals.
We're not out of this yet!
I owe you one.
I owe you.
Thank you.
I know what you're thinking.
Basilio, nice dodge!
Basilio's always been saving my ass. Thank you. Gallica. Gallica. Did she? Oh, he didn't get a chance to do the thing. Yeah.
Basilio left him wide open.
No.
Let's hit that new business.
I'll cut you down.
This'll be over soon enough. Fast dancer.
Keep it together.
I knew you'd help.
That helped us out.
Helpful as ever.
Behold. No. Come forth, royal soul! This is it!
Okay. You're out of here.
No holding back.
Right on target. Nice one, Stroll.
So annoying.
Basilio, nice dodge.
I call upon a royal soul. You can count on me.
Thanks.
I owe you one.
My thanks. There is no power in your fantasy.
I won't hold back! The magic seed!
I'm
Get right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Hack and slash.
Right on target.
I've got
Nice
There we
just
go.
enough for you. You might.
This is it!
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Gave me time to put the strike weakness on everybody. So now I just keep on taking advantage of that.
Fading.
I shall vanquish evil.
Beat him down, Basilio. Right on target. Nice one, Stroll.
This is just what I need.
Burn!
Let's go! We can do this!
That helped us out.
Helpful as ever.
That helped.
Our new world and its
You
ideals
better be ready.
have no need for you.
You're out of here.
Trivial. Warrior! I'll cut you down.
This might be a good strategy.
The magic seed!
What is this?
Fast, Basilio. Nice dodge. Basilio's been hit with some kind of status ailment. No, a bunch of them.
nothing to get rid of, so let's hold on.
There is no. I call upon royal power within. Hack and slash.
Right on target. I've come
Nice
to
one,
show
Scroll.
you.
No need to
That
worry.
helped.
I owe you.
Let's stay calm. I won't hold back. Let me help.
Thanks. Helpful as ever.
Thank you.
Stay in.
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing!
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Your turn.
This is it.
My shoulders.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
All right! Ah!
The puppet's magless mating.
In the name
Right
of
in their weak
justice.
spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Are you prepared? I'll cut you down.
Right on target. Nice
This'll
one,
be
Scroll.
over soon enough. Behold this power. Keep it together.
Thanks.
That helped us out.
I owe you. Our new world and its ideals have no
The
need.
magic seed.
Here I go! Get ready!
I call upon royal power within. Hack and slash.
Don't underestimate.
This might be a good strategy.
This is it. A tough one.
Find me. Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
You're out!
The puppet's magless mating.
I shall vanquish evil.
Beat him down, Basilio.
I'll cut you down.
Right on target. Nice one, Scroll. Raging fire.
They sure don't give up easy.
There is no power.
By this power.
Fantasy.
The magic seed. Still up?
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing!
I call upon royal power within.
I've
All
got
right.
Just the dance for you.
One down.
I'd say it's to die for.
It's
Let's get some use out of this.
I knew you'd help.
You struggle in vain.
Dodge, Juna.
woohoo! Get out of here, asshole!
Come forth, royal soul. This is it.
All right! Get ready!
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down,
No
Basilio.
holding back.
Your turn.
I won't hold back. The magic seed.
In Hack and slash. This heralds a new
Holding up an incredible amount of magma.
sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Stroll's anxiety is spiking. Keep the enemies off him.
Masked dancer. This might be too much. Masked dancer. Burn! How'd that miss?
God dang it!
Stroll,
Behold,
they've sapped your defenses.
I walk a royal. Let's go. This is it.
This
Ooh, buddy.
Hold on. Take it.
I'm ready.
Another day.
Get ready! In the name of justice!
Switch you out for
The rest is yours.
Hulkenberg.
Damn it!
Oofa doofa. Come on, come on, come on. Come on.
Holding up any incredible amount of magma.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Yuna's struggling with her anxiety. Don't let her get attacked. This should be good. Basilio's been hit with some kind of status
Won't
ailment.
hold back.
A
No.
bunch of them.
Oh, buddy. Basilio should be able to get that one on his own, so let's... No one to use it on, got it.
Not now.
I think I just need to go for the... A sumptuous Magla feast? Alright, hold on.
This'll do. Stay.
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing!
The puppet
There we go.
fading right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Charging in.
Hold on, let me... Need to keep him up.
Thanks.
I've got just the dance for you, Masked Dancer. No need to worry.
Thanks.
I owe you one.
I'm obliged.
So annoying.
Basilio, nice dodge.
Can I get a dodge in there?
This
Can
has
I-
to work.
Can I get that dodge?
Been hit
Let's
with
go.
some kind of status ailment.
Here.
No, a bunch of them.
That helped us out.
That helped. Thank you.
Okay, let's... You're out of here!
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio. Blade in hand. Burst forth. Still standing, I see. This'll be over soon enough. Masked Dancer. Let's not. Behold this power.
That helped.
Thanks.
Plus me. Behold. Come forth, royal soul. The magic seed. Still here?
Here I go! Get ready!
Come.
Oh, bolts! Worthy foe after all. I've got just the dance for you. This might be a good strategy.
This is it. A tough one.
Woohoo! Hulkenberg, Hulkenberg.
By the sworn
Let's
oath
hit
of
that
knighthood.
new weakness.
Let justice prevail. Burst forth. May it cling to life.
Be a waste to let this
Thanks.
sit.
I won't hold back. The magic seed. I got careless.
Ah!
Captain.
Should have done the Dekaja on him. Ah.
Fight a losing battle.
Get ready!
By the sworn oath of knighthood.
Gonda did. Alright, let's do this.
Vitus power. This is it.
do your thing.
Beat him down, Basilio.
At the point of a sword.
Tactic.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Please, after you.
I will fight with pride. I won't hold back. Hat!
You better be ready.
The puppet's back was
let
fading.
justice prevail.
Right in their weak spot.
Pierce
Beat him down, Basilio. Can't let it go
I
unused.
owe you one.
Behold, I walk a royal. This should work. Strength.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Come in. Get ready.
The puppet's back
Is
was
everyone
fading.
alright? Oh, power of heroes.
Beat
Let
him down,
justice
Basilio.
prevail. I'll run you through.
I've up close and personal. Personal space.
The magic seed.
Berserker! Observe the end for all that we strive for!
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Masked dancer.
Behold, let's go. The blade's edge.
Berserker!
The puppet's back was fading. Right in their weak spot.
Nice!
Beat him down,
Pierce
Basilio.
through them!
Don't underestimate me. Your turn.
Prince. This is it. Feel so
My
heavy.
strength.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Right, let's make this fun! Never mind. You better be ready. You're out of here.
The puppet's back was
Come
fading. Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Worthy foe after all.
I've got just the. This is just what I need. This should be good.
I knew you'd help. Prince. The magic seed. Still here?
Here I go. Get ready. Is everyone all right? Come! Pierce through! Still standing, I see.
Tactic.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Let's get some use
That
out of
helped
this.
us out.
There is no power in your fantasy.
Better be sure. Here.
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing.
The puppet's back was fading. Right in their weak spot. Beat
Let's
him down,
go.
Basilio.
All right.
My perfect world! Not yet. You will be.
This is our last chance.
All right.
We've come this far.
Things to
Our
do.
chance is here and now.
If you would, time for the leading lady.
There is no power in your fantasy.
Let's trade places.
Leave it to me. Our new world and
All
its
right.
ideals have no need.
Basilio left him wide open.
Charging
Let's
in!
get that new
That's the thing. Even if he
Power.
spins, even if he
Overpowering.
nullifies
Harder to fight.
debuffs and buffs,
Hold on.
that means he wastes a turn doing that. So all the better.
Better
All right.
conserve.
Dun, 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 dun.
The magic seed!
Nice hit. That was perfect.
You're out of here.
Predator weak spot. Beat him down.
Safer ground.
Yo-yo.
Moving to the front. Just the thing.
I owe you one. The world of old. And its
Watch me. You can count on me.
Thanks.
I'm obliged.
Behold, charging in. I won't hold back. This is it!
Stay in.
All orphan souls, do your thing. I stand ready for all that we strive for.
I love this music.
There is no power.
Behold this power. This might sting.
Woohoo!
Only a flesh wound.
Oh, we need to start using the items to... Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah! Let's go, let's go! Alright, I think we're...
Finest power.
He hasn't done anything weird with us yet. Nope.
The magic seed!
I'm ready.
Is everyone all right?
Let's see what we can do to get weird with it. Fully restores MP for one ally. That's good to remember. That's the problem, is that it's...
I must reconsider. Knight! I stand waiting.
She's a tank. Let's tank her. Let's get tanking.
Upon the royal soul. Keep it together.
Thanks.
I owe you one.
Thank you.
This is it!
My shoulders.
Too easy.
Use the items on Juna. She's most likely to eat shit, I should say. A Rexa berry that nullifies. Yeah.
This should help.
Thank you. Behold this power.
And its people.
No need to worry.
That helped us out.
I'm obliged.
I will fight with grit! The magic seed!
Observe the enemy. With blade in hand. I will protect you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Feel true terror.
This is sick. Only a flesh wound.
Defy me.
Aura's overpowering. I'll show you. Making it harder to fight.
Okay, we need to get Basilio out of there fairly quick. Let's go up. Haha!
Behold this power. Keep it together.
That helped.
That helped us out.
Was neat.
Our new world and its ideals have no need for
By this power, the magic seed.
Still want him to get an attack in. Let's go.
I stand ready.
Switch him out.
Take care of the rest.
Don't underestimate me. Watch me. This might be too much.
Where's the... There we go.
Let's get some use out of this.
No tribes facing elimination. Let's go. Facing elimination like it's frickin' Survivor. Let's go! Oof! Come on, come on, come on. No, no, no. Come on, come on. Oh, we got...
Struggling with her anxiety. Don't let her get attacked.
This should work.
That helped.
the world, power of kings and its people. Face me! Shall perish.
Some healing power.
Thank you.
Observe the enemy.
My retreat for now.
Okay, I'll take care of this.
I'll give you the This is just what I need. Raging fire.
Let's stay calm. We can do this.
That helped.
I'm obliged.
Thanks.
Feel true terror.
Yay, Juna! Oofa doofa.
Overpowering. It's making it harder to fight.
God damn it!
Is everyone all right? Just the thing.
Thank you.
That helped us out.
Is everyone okay?
Easily.
Oh, Basilio, 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 my boy.
Seriously?
Please, please, please. Come on. Woo, woo.
Healing. Behold this power. Burn.
I will fight with it. I won't hold back. With healing power.
That helped.
Press me.
Thanks.
Jonas,
Here I
careful.
go.
It looks like you've got several ailments. Watch your back.
Nice. A mystic
Thank you.
That helped us out.
Don't underestimate me. This might be a good strategy.
Let me help.
That helped.
Thank you.
Thanks.
A world.
So slow.
Did he say he was gonna get somebody or nah? No? The repel is... Oh, clutch, clutch, clutch!
You're
were so close!
Observe
Beat
the
him
enemy.
down, Basilio.
This should help.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I owe you one.
Basilio's about to collapse. Get him healed up.
Has it come to this?
Watch me. This might sting.
Come forth, Royal Soul. We can do this.
Thanks.
I'm obliged.
That helps us out.
Berserker! By the sworn oath of knighthood. Knight! I will protect you!
Feel true terror. The Parapus, a foolish people.
Alright, we're gonna switch him back out again.
We have to do something.
Feel true terror.
Oh, might not be able to. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh no, he does this thing. We are in a better place to... Woohoo! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Overpowering. I'll show you. Making it harder to
You
fight.
can count on
I
me.
knew you'd help.
Just hold on.
Thank you.
I owe you one.
Why
I won't hold back.
has it come to this?
This is it. A tough one.
Come here! Get wrecked!
Woo! We did it! I think we only had one downed character. I think it was Stroll in the first phase. Oh shit!
But why? Why is it still beyond me?
Dawn breaks.
Oh, it's the prince.
Look! He's done it! He's finally beaten Luis!
Does this mean he's won? I'm not dreaming this.
He did it.
Not yet.
God damn it! You gotta be dog shitting me. Luis! Luis is the most guy.
Everyone's fighting their fear and anxiety. Nobody knows for sure what's right. And even through all that, the people have declared you king!
We fight for more than justice. Show him our will against his. Show him the fall of his world.
Hold fast to your ideals! 'Tis your sworn duty as king!
You wielded the power of kings. It's time to stop following their footsteps. Now it's your turn to take your place with them.
Your fantasy is naught but lies!
What? What's going on?
is more than an empty dream. It's a dream with the power to change the world!
Damn you!
Yo, it's got eyes! Oh! Holy shit. Woo! Saved the country!
That must be the Lord that governs Utopia in all worthy champions. The hero's archetype. The king. I see. At long last, fantasy has become a force that frees people from anxiety. A harbinger of change for a deadlocked reality.
The people have chosen my son. With that, my tremendous gamble hath borne fruit. Thus it is that my duty here draws to a close.
And now, a novel you wrote with such passion will finally begin a new chapter.
This voice... is that... could it be? But how?
While flames swept through the sanctum, I cast a final spell to abandon my body and survive in soul. I became an immaterial being among the fairies. I had to, so I might provide guidance to the child on his most perilous path.
The power of the archetypes. Was that your doing?
No. All I did was awaken them to it. My voice carried the words they needed to hear. That power is no great and rare treasure. It is something that might be grasped by anyone with the will to change the world. And anyone has the power to change the world. Those children proved as much.
I am truly sorry. I lost all the power I once knew. I saw the sanctum burn. And you. I lost you. Once they took our child from me, all my remaining hope went with him. And so I placed my faith in the royal magic. I believed that if this world would choose him, there would still be hope.
This shall do. That boy's fight, and ours, is finally over. The people no longer need some mystic relic or some lofty magics to soothe their fears. They have found the strength to overcome it within. Provided they can turn their anxiety into strength and never stop walking toward the unknown, reality will ever change. Their world shall be one full of possibility.
This isn't about the throne anymore. It marks the beginning of a new era, led by those who are truly worthy of the people's trust. Almost the appointed time now. The day is dawning on a new king's reign. And with it, my true passing. However, if I may truly end my life with pride in my boy, and my love at my side, I've no regrets.
It's been a long road to this moment, hasn't it?
It has indeed. But for our son, a new journey now begins. people of the kingdom. Dawn breaks, and the appointed hour hath come.
He speaks. With the announcement of our new king, everything finally ends.
I now settle the long-contested succession to the throne. They who hath gathered the most faith from their subjects amassed, they who have overcome this fierce contest, the throne's new sovereign, I now reveal. Behold, your new king of your kingdom united.
Look! It's him! Yeah!
Yay! Look! Look, that's him, isn't it? He won!
He certainly did, love. He really did. Oh, I still can't believe it. That boy pulled it off. His Majesty, the new king.
I won't accept it! The new king is Count Louis.
He can't just crown his son after all. That's cheating, that is. Rise up, people! Riot!
Disorderly conduct will not be permitted.
Settle down. The tournament is over. Our new king has been decided, and the royal capital falls under His Majesty's rule. Threaten it, and you shall face the wrath of the crown theocracy's warrior monks.
Bloody fantastic. They really did it.
Quietude descended once again upon the royal capital, and the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
Boy, coronation really crept up on us. There's a lot of people in the crowd.
Don't tell me you're nervous. After everything we survived already, stage fright should be nothing for you. All the same, my heart's pounding out of my chest. Is it? Nothing you're not used to then. It's just like with the archetypes. Just keep your head high.
It'll be fine. We'll keep the crowd warmed up for you.
Your newfound dignity suits you well, Your Highness. Ah, but I suppose you have outgrown that title. Your Majesty. Yes, that too suits you well.
By the way, saw some of them Senate fat cats hovering about, acting like they've been supporting us from the start, of course. Always on the winning side, eh?
Better than the alternative, no? Especially since we've got some Luis diehards among the people.
I hear that many are concerned about his proficiency with statecraft. To be honest, I'm not so sure myself.
Juna will stand as moderator at the podium. His Majesty will only be asked for a few brief answers. First, the people would know how you aim to lead them. How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
Oh, we're getting ready for our very first press conference.
We have the power to change the world. All of us. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'll strive to do my utmost. With all of you at my side.
That's fine. The people have about had it with pompous monologues. Better to say what you mean with determination.
Still, there are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
We'll have to earn trust and build bridges between us. I
I want us all to have hope for the future, no matter who we are.
You went from a nobody to the top seat in the nation. No need to puff up and bluster anymore, what? You'll do fine.
A ruler must only stand tall. The rest is not done alone. We are with you.
Indeed. And we're no strangers to more practical work. Whatever our tasks, I'm sure we can handle them.
Well, it is time to make your first appearance as our king. Let us brace ourselves.
Good luck.
Thanks for always having my back.
Well, let's go. To His Majesty, the new king!
All right, a warm welcome, please. His Majesty, the new king! Your Majesty, you're so young!
Please.
My king, your subjects would hear how you intend to lead them.
Relax, okay? Take it easy and use your own words.
As a ruler, I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end, I will face any odds.
Now, Your Majesty, a few more words. Naturally, some under your rule now supported other people in the race. How do you respond to their voices?
There will be times I let you down. I know that. Only results can prove my intent. But still, even should you oppose your king, you can always believe in your own future. I will make sure of it!
A nation where dreams and fantasies are always in reach will surely be a challenge.
We'll make it happen.
There you go. If you can pull that off, you'll be the finest king we've known. Well then, this is it. Your attention, please.
No lord remains for you to kneel before. Please take the crown with your own hands, my king.
Looks kind of silly.
Ah, long have I awaited the arrival of this day. This journey has reached its end. He came to know the goodness of a hero's heart, and became the king his people had always hoped for. But as this journey ends, so another begins. I'd like you to watch over him on his path for a little longer yet. One year has passed since the arrival of the new king.
Wait, what? Oh, cool. $12.35, December 35th.
Hey, heard the news? They're finally reopening that mage academy that got closed down. You don't say. The famous one deep in the Montario Mountains. Really? I'm impressed. It only took them a year.
They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this, the headmistress is none other than Lady Juna.
What? The songstress?
Well, she is one of the king's 6 partisans. If she managed to help save the world from Louise, I expect she knows a thing or two about magic. Sounds like they plan to fully open the magic researcher's findings to the people, too. Quite a turn from when the late Sanctifex banned it.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Louise last year, everyone knows you don't really need an igniter to use magic.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise after surprise, ever since us church folk got the boot from the palace. Even the Royal Knights. Their leadership was bound to the church more than anything, and now he's out on his ear too. And replaced by Sir Heisme Nocturne.
Let's fucking go.
The Royal Knights, led by a Uchief of all things. Though he's one of the 6 partisans himself. When he speaks, everyone listens. No one's about to complain.
Even Parliament now invites citizen representatives to hearings. Strange to think we'd been deaf to the voice of the people until now. It's unbelievable, compared to the days of the autocrats. How swiftly the times change, eh?
Credit where it's due. I think it's thanks to His young Majesty. Remember last year's coronation? Unprecedented, that. Saw heroes of all different tribes celebrating the king's victory. Celebrating among the common folk, even. They tell me some of the younger aristocrats have taken to calling it the Great Reconciliation. It really is a tragedy, what happened to his father, the king. But considering how his sons turned out, I hope he's at peace.
Indeed. Yet the real test is still to come. The first year has seen a lot of good, but we've still got our share of problems.
Speaking
Does
of
he
His
not get
Majesty,
harangued in the streets?
I've also heard some folks saying they've seen a boy wandering around these parts
Ah.
who looks just like him. You don't suppose?
Can't be. Without his escorts? Besides, what business would a king have in this place?
Suppose you're right.
Cheeky.
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people. How
Oh
many
yeah.
days will this take?
If
to sort?
Heisme is captain of the Royal Guard, what's she doing?
After all the trouble you took to flee politics. And somehow you're now the preeminent ladyship of your house.
Ah.
Such is fate.
He's so cute.
Despite everything, this year has passed in surprising peace, hasn't it? Honestly, with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feared more dissent.
Perhaps after Luis, they swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly. Promising.
It promises that I'll have an eternally cluttered desk.
Here, Your Majesty. I've brought in the next load. And there we go. Not half bad, right? Hey! Isn't the king supposed to be here?
When did he? I've said countless times not to leave unannounced.
Nobody noticed.
All this decoration doesn't suit me. How would Louis and Forden put up with all this damn finery? Your Majesty? Are you here? Juna's back from her inspection.
Apologies, Troll. I'll look for him now.
You sure here, chum.
I'm coming with you.
Also, Juna, witch hat,
good
yeah.
grief. Some things never change. Not that they should.
I'd say
Oh,
life has changed
Basilio.
plenty for us. Yet somehow our captain's same as he ever was.
Same as it ever was. Show me Baz. Show me my boy. Show me my boy?
And then, well, I might have got a bit too fresh with them stuck-up scientists. but those bloody church folk been looking down on us for years, you know? Still, it was other sanctus what stepped in to keep things peaceable too. I reckon they're not
Peaceable.
all bad. Guess me cogs turning. They lost both their Santifex and the Saint Lady last year. Got their own struggles, I expect.
Gotta make sure power doesn't corrupt the new people who get
Not
in
like
power.
it excuses all of them or makes me want to go up and shake a saint's hand, but you really put some perspective on it.
It was good talking to you, too.
You know what, lad? You're all right. You ever need some good, honest work? I'll get you squared, eh?
I should have known you'd be wandering around without your escorts again. How is it, being able to hear the city's honest thoughts? If you told them you're the king, it'd knock them sideways. Sorry you ended up coming all this way. Maria's actually out on an errand right now.
And I suppose I'll wait until she comes back.
You sure? That girl always ends up on detours. No telling how long she'll be. Either way, best keep your head down. You know what happens when you're too obvious about this. Sooner or later, the Lady Captain of the Royal Guard...
Oh, there you are! I knew we'd find you here, for crying out loud!
Phew. So you were here.
Oh, Royal
Speak of
Guard
the devil.
versus Royal
Let
Knights.
us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Juno would be back from her expedition today.
I suppose I have no choice.
What is it? You have unfinished business. 'Tis settled. I shall come with you on every excursion.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like snooping around, inconspicuously.
Point taken.
He'll be fine. His Majesty is not about to fall prey to some alleyway scandal, surely. Right, Your Majesty. If you see Maria about, do slow down for a chat. She'll be shattered if she finds out she just missed you.
Fine. Now, Your Majesty, once your business here is finished, please make sure you return to the palace with all swiftness.
All right.
Maria! This reminds me of the first time Maria went missing. It seems so long ago now. She might be praying in the Grand Cathedral just like back then. Why not go talk to everyone else first? They're all in the royal capital to prepare for the new year, so let's find them. Yeah!
Come now.
If you take this as my pressuring you not to venture out, that's not it at all. Only that as captain of the Royal Guard, I must know your whereabouts at all times. Relax, Hulkenberg. You mean to say I am too fussy? Well, 'tis only proper for the captain of the Royal Guard. To be overfamiliar would set a poor example. Imagine the scandalized faces of the rank-and-file guard. That said, not a day goes by that I don't reflect on our travels, now only a year past. I owe regaining my pride as a knight to that journey. I was but a wanderer searching in vain for the prince, and it was through you I learned he yet lived. And in the end, it was your ascent to the throne I supported.
And so,
I never tire of the faces the younger guards make when I tell them of the time you acted as witness to my duel. Redanth. Yes, thanks to you, I was able to face him with eyes forward and put my past behind me. I'm pleased to say the knights of today are nothing like what they were under Rodanth's command. Soldiers take up their sword not for those in power, but for the people. And as the champion of the people yourself, we will do all in our power to skip reading. Do all in our power to protect you, our king. You do not make it easy by sneaking out of the palace as you do, though I suspect the soldiers are getting used to your chaotic tendencies. They know they protect not just a king, but a ruler who stands beside his people and hears their voices in clarion truth.
this I vow.
I will protect you with my life, as I have always endeavored to do, Your Majesty. Only let me stay by your side to do so.
What do you want to do?
Oh, we can go down the list. skulking about the city again, are we? Which is to say, Hulkenberg is on the hunt, the classic game of cat and mouse, though who is which I dare not say. It's been a year since you ascended the throne, but it's like you've hardly changed. I could say the same of you. That's Lord or General Stroll, Your Majesty. I'll never get used to such titles. I really should take a page from Juna's book. She has a gift for delegating like she was born to do so. Not that I can talk. I actually came out for a bit of a breather myself.
Even so.
You know, I see now that even those at the top have their struggles a little too clearly. A general's duty feels overwhelming at times. But there are lives hanging in the balance. I recognize the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives.
Hey.
Remember our first meeting back at the recruitment center? I, a fallen noble with nothing to my name, and you, a struggling elder traveler. Back then, my only goal was getting ahead. My people were little more than an afterthought. If I hadn't met you, I'd have never realized the truth about my fortune, my father's intentions, and I certainly couldn't have saved the Hollyans.
Thank you.
I owe seeing the joy in their faces to you. I think I've said it before, but again, thank you. Give yourself some credit, man.
No.
I would still owe any credit I could take to you for showing me the way. They live stable, peaceful lives thanks to you.
Hey.
You've a whole country on your shoulders now. The road ahead will be full of challenges we can't possibly foresee. But show me the way and I'll blaze the trail. Now and always, it's my role as a warrior to be the vanguard.
That's why.
Our titles may have changed, but I'd like to think our friendship is steadfast as ever. Don't hesitate to rely on me, now and always. Will it let me talk to Yufa? I don't even know. Now I'm sad. What did it? Wait. I think I saw it so fast. First of all, super cute. Second of all, it went by so fast. I was like, I misread it as everything hits different. I was like, Heisme would not say that. Yo! Oh my, they're together! Hold on, Basilio, I need to look at my handsome boy. Look at the vest. He's still got them bell bottoms, let's go.
Oh.
Well, I see our king is out on some personal business, eh? I believe Hulkenberg was searching for you, but I suppose it's none of my business who comes or goes. I'm on break myself.
Just
Only try not to frustrate your royal guards over much. They all take their duties quite seriously, much like their captain. Who am I kidding? A knight who smiles is surely a myth. That's become clear to me since becoming titled. What could be more bizarre? A UG outcast, once a wanted criminal with a bounty on his head, made knight commander. There was, of course, some opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more accepting they've become, albeit gradually. And an outcast became king too.
true.
Indeed, you face no shortage of persecution. And look at you now. Grand titles and posts across the nation are no different, spread across all the tribes. I've realized over the past year just how much a nation is defined by its people. No matter how great a king, he alone does not a country make.
However,
Yet he stands for those very people as symbol and representative. That the king and those around him are of mixed tribes, it has already caused a great shift in sentiment, even for those in the rural villages. You speak of your hometown?
yes.
Yes, indeed. They had shut themselves away and now they actively engage with other villages. Your coronation inspired that village to greater heights. It proved that barriers can be broken, and that even they could take the first step. New winds are blowing in every corner of this country. I'll have to make another trip back home with my son to see the changes for myself soon enough. And someday, I hope distant generations will grow up only knowing conflict born of tribal differences from history
We
books.
shall.
We've a ways to go before that day comes, but until it does, let us forge the path toward it, Your Majesty. Basilio! Oh, look at the high collar. Hey, out inspecting again? Seems a right pain to me, but I appreciate you going to all the effort. Making your rounds, Basilio?
Hey,
Yeah, captain of the Tradian Brigade reporting in, and I'm pleased to report that there's nothing to report, Your Majesty, so I'm taking a break. Bit of a mouthful, innit? Still not used to calling myself a captain besides. We've even taken in some survivors from Luis's troops, you know, but don't you worry, I've got 2 eyes on them even when I ain't looking. Way I see it, they weren't the ones trying to make the world worse. I just gotta show them how power is supposed to be used, yeah? Yeah, redirect that energy. We owe it to you that there's less discrimination in the city these days. Fewer and fewer are turning to a life of crime to make ends meet. If Del could see Grand Trad today, his eyes would bug out. And not just Del, a lot of the guys who didn't make it. I only wish they could have seen it for themselves. Yeah, same. But long as we keep them in our memory, it's as close to saving them as we can get, Vinca included. We built this piece with a lot of blood and tears, so I say those of us who made it this far owe it to all of them that what didn't do but to protect it. Bah. Maybe I've got nothing to report today, but it's not like bad people just stop being bad because you're king now.
Thank you.
You've been through a lot, though, so thanks for not giving up on us, or the world for that matter. You spot any trouble that I didn't spot first, you just point me at it. I'll solve it quick like.
My king.
Oh, the witch hat.
My king.
Oh, there you are, Duncanstein. Heard you were in town, so I decided to see if we might cross paths. I have so much to tell you about my inspection, so I'm afraid you'll need to clear your diary for me soon. Inspection? Diary? Clear your diary? Like, clear your schedule? I don't... What inspection?
Hold on.
Really? Do you need to go back to bed? You were the one who sent me to the Mage Academy, were you not?
Well?
The Mage Academy's reconstruction is going swimmingly. Repairs are in full swing and we're already processing admissions. I must say, I'm still surprised you appointed me, of all people, to be the Academy's headmistress. I was rather looking forward to going back on tour as a songstress. Oh, and shall I introduce you to my furry little friend? I scooped him up in the Academy, of all places. Oh, it's Moore's cat! During the reconstruction, they stumbled on the little guy in some kind of observatory, supposedly used by a king long ago. Considering the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat could survive alone in that cold, could he?
So...
Regardless, our mysterious kitty is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Academy. All that knowledge was lost when it fell, so we're starting from scratch. It may even be hiding secrets as big as the Dragon Temple or the Sanctum. Oh, and I'm keeping the cat. Feels like fate, you know?
Speaking of which...
Speaking of fate, on my way back, I met up with Myrtis. She's well, I trust?
Yeah.
More than well. Her throat has been fine, and she's a fairly prominent singer about town now. We both just keep soaring to new heights. Her in music and me coming face to face with magic again.
Hey!
Surely you remember, music was the first magic born in this world, yes? When the heart expresses itself through music, it moves the hearts of others. And when they make hearts swell, why there's no end to the magic. So just you watch, with music and magic at my side, I'm going to change the world. All will have equal opportunity to own their talents at the Mage Academy. Our doors are open to all. That's what my sister would have wanted. And if it makes the world a better place, why isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Rella taught me that magic is more than a tool. It's in all of us, deep in our hearts. Kitty! Isn't that the cat from Academia? If that place is made of magic, how is it here in real life? To say nothing of how he could have survived in a deserted ruin buried in the snow. That shouldn't be possible, right? I just think he's cute.
That's a good kitty.
And Eddie's never stopped looking cute. Doesn't bother you at all? You sure are something else. If memory serves, the last king did build himself a study in the Mage Academy. Do you think Academia was styled after that, maybe? I wonder what His Majesty, what Moore felt when he put this little guy in Academia. Meow! Yeah! Yufa, please. No! I'm sorry! I'm sorry, fans of Yufa. I'm so sorry.
But...
What brings His Royal Majesty here? Come to feel the wind on your face too, have you? I know how it is. I've the fancy old title of Chief Engineer of the Kingdom Infrastructure Development Bureau, and can research as I please now, but something's missing. So I threw off that stuffy old uniform and came to gaze upon the runner in the way I do. I know how you feel. I knew you would agree. I think my bones are aching to feel the wind. I rather miss the days of dashing hither and thither in the runner. Not that I'm ungrateful for the gracious title you've given to a man who used to skulk about, modifying gauntlet runners. You haven't seen anything yet. Why, one day, I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver fresh fish straight from Oceania to your palatial plates. It would change the world, wouldn't you say? I'm just a bit stuck at the beginning on the development.
Indeed.
And it's times like this I need stimulation of the mind. You have anything that might do the trick? Do I smell another relic hunt? Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time you'd pop back in with one, I remember how I could hardly contain my excitement. I do so miss traveling like that. Even if the relics themselves were better off left untouched, they've become the guiding principles of my research, you know? Convenience is important, but one must consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps a burden on future generations is no engineer at all. Still, it's no small feat to design with the perfect balance of safe and revolutionary. Even I struggle with it, and I'm a bally genius. I knew it. What I need is stimulation. Your Majesty, you know, like the soul-shaking speed and quiver of a drive engine. You'll let me know if you ever want to go out for a spin, won't you? Our dear old girl's sparkling clean and always ready for takeoff. Oh, Maria's last.
You alright, mate? Hi there.
Oh, well, if it ain't the big man himself. Good timing, mate. I just got back into town myself. Long time no see, Katharina. Ain't it been? I've been out traveling since I took the reins on the Seekers recon team. Hard to believe it's been half a year. And crazy does it begin to describe what's beyond the sea. The sights, the magic, everything's so fantastic. I'm already itching to get back out there. Well, I'm not especially keen on dodging the bloody cannonballs when my ship gets too close. Lots of tension out there, but what country isn't a little tense? Everything from the customs to the way they think is so different, my head spins. Makes all the tribal bickering seem right dull if I can speak my mind. But this country's changing for the better. I'm glad I turned over the throne to you. You turned it over?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I knew you'd do right by the Parapus, so I bowed out early to give you a fighting chance. Just kidding. All my cohort have found jobs, and some of them have even picked up new skills from being out at sea so long.
See you soon, I hope.
But don't you worry your kingly head. I'll have it all whipped up in a report for you. Do something proper kingish with it, will ya? Will ya? Alonzo?
Pleasure to see you.
Why, hello, Your Majesty. It's only been a year since your coronation, but I see you've become quite apt at sneaking away from your palatial duties. Under constant fire from knaves of all trades, con artists, and critics alike, your opening act has been rather tumultuous, no?
But
Yeah, it's been tough, but I'm glad we've managed so far. Quite all right, your critics are loud and open with their barbs, but plenty more have put their faith in you. Besides, most of those agitators are the kind of scum that stirs the pot in hopes that they might benefit from the country's turmoil. Nothing I couldn't handle, of course. All in a day's work for the royal adjutant to the Citizens' Council. Quite an ally I've made, I should hope.
hey,
I wonder if my mother would be the slightest bit proud to see who I've become. That I'm doing my damnedest to use my talents for good, as I always should have. I'm proud to be working hard alongside you. That's right, supporting you is the best thing I can do. You're the one who's been able to create such lasting change in our country.
now that you mention it,
Oh, that reminds me. Do you remember Daturam, my town's landowner? He told me to send you his regards. I like the pink highlights in his hair. It's very pretty. He's since confessed his crimes and is awaiting trial. You were the one who awakened his conscience. It makes sense, doesn't it? You've proven your ideals to be true. That's why the country is doing so well. There's nothing more to it.
thank you.
I'm hardly qualified to speak of pride, but if this country has one, it's you, and I'm proud to be among its people. Perhaps under your rule, the day will come that even we Needia can walk about freely in our true forms. Oh yeah, you got the child. Y'all look like little shit. You're curious what I look like in my true form? I'd be happy to oblige, but let's save that for another time, shall we? Pardon.
Lovely, that.
That's something.
What an unexpected coincidence, Your Majesty. No guards with you today. Don't worry, I'm no tattletale. I myself just left a meeting going over how the provincial governments are doing. We convened for the new year. How are things in Martira? Oh, it's as lively as it used to be, and we owe it all to you, Your Majesty. That dodgy mess you cleaned up for us feels like ancient history now. And I'm pleased to report, as head of the provincial lords, it's nothing but good news reaching my ears. Better relations between towns has employment up and overall welfare too. Each town has specialties and wisdom to offer, and when we combine our heads, there's no problem we can't solve. I just feel so blessed to be part of it. I know I made some blunders when I first stepped into the governor's role, but I'm happy to share my failings so others don't repeat my mistakes. Things are all right now?
But of course.
Indeed they are. The townspeople play an active role in policy and administration, and I'm not bearing that weight alone. Of course, some lords are like I was once, and would rather manage things at their sole discretion than leave things to the people. And yes, taking every matter to public opinion can be laborious, what with all the proceedings and disputes.
Then again.
Still, changing our own lives with our own hands makes the process worth the trouble.
Brilliant.
And choosing a king of our own will was all the inspiration we needed for change.
Lovely, that.
The king himself out browsing the shops. Perhaps I need to draft up a royal certificate of appointment. Tell the world we supply goods to the royal family. That's a little embarrassing. Why stop there? You can give me a signed handprint to display on the walls. No, just my little joke. We're doing quite well even without royal endorsement. The igniter I made at the children's request, the one that lights up with rainbow colors, is selling startlingly well. The store was packed with families and children. Oh, baby's first idol glow stick.
Say,
I now hold a position where I can control the distribution of all manner of goods throughout the kingdom as the head of the Igniter Consortium. I can't help but think that if I had been in the position sooner than the church's violence, the tragedy of that village could have been prevented.
But
there was nothing you could have done at the time, Brigitte. I know that. I only rose to this position once you became king and shed light on what lurked in the shadows of this country. Though you can't take full credit, as it were, I was nominated for my new position by my colleagues. Our new king has changed this country for the better. However, as a former arms dealer, it would be naive to think all weapons can ever disappear from this world.
yet.
It's all the more reason I hope that the reasons for people to wield them continue to decline. To that end, I'll continue doing all that I possibly can, with all that I am, just as you do.
Speaking of,
Oh yes, do you remember my dog? I found the ones who took her. Naturally, I considered ending their lives. But there she was, sitting beside them. Evidently, they could not bring themselves to harm such a sweet creature, so they decided to keep her instead. I had no choice but to spare their lives. I couldn't subject a gentle dog to the atrocities I'd commit in her name. You should come play with her sometime. I'm sure she remembers you. That's so stupid cute. Let's go looking for Maria.
yeah. Yeah. All right then. Let's head there right away.
I think she's at the Grand Cathedral. They said that's where she was, right? Hold on.
All right.
Hold on a doggone minute. Oh, Your Majesty, it's already been a year since you've ascended to the throne. And 1 year since I lost my bid for it. Thinking back, I've no regrets. I'd not have been able to defeat Luis in the end as you did. That's candid of you. I don't know what I expected really, but I believe in your power, Your Majesty. Though I'll not acquiesce on all fronts, you know, you needn't look further than your 6 partisans, your merry little band. I can appreciate your faith in your inner circle, but to award them all your key posts, why one might suspect you of collusion. A country requires views from all walks of life, or put another way, why not appoint me your prime minister? With my guidance, Uchronia would become a land of true beauty. Just when you think he's about to make a decent point, he plays his own angle. Don't let your guard down around that guy. I wonder who all else we can find. Young man. Hey, wait! It's her! It's what's her face? Gruiday! Gruiday! Oh, it's been quite some time, hasn't it, Duncanstein? You've matured a great deal in the short year since I last saw you. Rumors of your rule have reached even the Sanctum. Some are kinder than others. Taking the reins of a runaway country must have its share of difficulties. Your face tells me as much. The frail child who could do little more than lie on the brink of death has come so far. Goodness, tears come so easily with old age. I'm grateful for you. I did nothing. You're the one who achieved everything.
But...
I'm surprised to see you in Grand Trad, Lady Gruiday. It's a curious thing. I received a rather forceful invitation, you see, from one of your friends, the girl named Juna. Goodness knows how many times she's already come to visit the Sanctum seeking instruction on magic. Some of the villagers are rather smitten with her. She declared that if I wouldn't feel welcome coming to Grand Trad, she would have a highway built directly between the capital and the Sanctum. Oh, Juna, and she probably would. So there you have it. Now then, Duncanstein, or rather, King Duncanstein. The 1,000-year seclusion of the Elder tribe may soon come to an end under your guidance. And yet the journey ahead of you will be hard. The dreams you hope to achieve will feel just out of reach. So do stop by and show your face around our forest sometime. Your mother cannot do so herself, but I can whip up some of her favorite dishes in her spirit. Oh.
Wonderful, isn't it?
Kinda wanna wander around and see who I can find first. See, we saw what's his face. Gruiday.
All right
We
then.
only have so many. We can go to the Gauntlet Runner. Oh, my sweet baby. Home sweet home.
All right then.
Let's go. Yeah?
Ooh. Let's see who we can put out here. Hey! Your Majesty, what fortune to bump into you at the end of the year like this. If there's anything in my humble personage you may be able to do I may be able to do for you, Your Radiance, I am at your service. Say but one glorious word and I shall most happily...
Honestly.
Okay, laying it on a little thick, aren't we? It's that forked tongue that got you in trouble last time. You hear me? One wrong move and I'm turning you over to Basilio. You've got to turn your life around. Of course. So browbeaten.
The prince has become...
Yeah! Well, hello there, Your Majesty. As laid back as ever, I see. I myself have been crying like a baby, for I find my position as Chairman of Parliament quite an unfamiliar one. Oh! Still, I've considered these open-to-all parliamentary meetings. Compiling all those opinions is indeed hard work, but work well worth doing.
This fellow.
It won't be easy for those who are at the church's beck and call to change, but I think they've been starting to see what they turned a blind eye to at least a bit, no? A person who speaks the real truth to the public without yielding to authority. That's what my father and I wished for. A true and proper town crier. This country's turned over a new leaf, but there are still many problems to work out. It seems the rural regions are still suffering from human havoc.
I'm counting on you.
All I'm saying is we're a long way from utopia, but still the first step is as important as the last, and we're taking big ones. Oh, look at Yufa!
Greetings.
Working hard as ever, Duncanstein. Were you going about town and listening to what the people have to say? I just finished my break after organizing some petitions and was about to head to the Crown Court. Life is anything but predictable, isn't it? I never imagined I'd be working as a chief magistrate. I'm on my way to discuss a noise complaint with the Parapus House, and then I'm to mediate a marital dispute with an elderly rogue couple. Now that we have laws and judges in place for these problems, concerns such as these are resolved quickly. Oh boy, noise complaints and divorces. Let's go. That said, some have slipped through the cracks. Some struggle because they are too ill to work or can't afford to work and study. These people have no choice but to turn to their faith in hopes of reprieve. And I only wish I'd confronted that in the year we were traveling.
Alas.
But why focus on the... Oh, come on. It's because I didn't finish her thing, and I didn't finish her thing because I thought that was the final dungeon. I thought that was the final dang dungeon. I wonder who else we can see out here. Yeah, Loveless! What's the word, Your Majesty? Just one question, if I may. When are you gonna lower the booze prices in this country? I'm only codding ya. Haven't felt much like drinking till I black out so often anymore. After I entered the tournament, I really went through some stuff. I was acting a fool on the world stage, and to you, too.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for you, you know. Can't speak for the rest of the country, but you've done right by us, Parapus. We've got it better than we ever did. Some chuckleheads out there still try to take their aggression out on us, but they're just venting, probably. I'm sure you'll do something soon enough.
Ain't this a pickle? Ain't this a pickle? Ain't this a pickle?
Dear me!
Juna, Kitty. Isn't this the guy?
I'm sure we'll meet.
Oh no. That's not the guy.
All right then. Let's go.
Thanks. Ah, brilliant.
You're not serious.
It's a puppy. Who's a good Bozers to Bozers?
Well, I sure don't want to go back to the old
That
Oh, very nice. Well, well.
ex-candidate Julian. Oh, Your Majesty, running around Sunshade Row at this time of year, you must have some very particular tastes. Perhaps you've heard? There's unrest across the land as the oppressed are rising up in revolt against their oppressors.
Yes.
Or perhaps the new hadn't reached your walled garden here in Grand Trad. History books may not be kind to this era. You mean me, right? Goodness, you truly are dense. Don't you realize how your dangerous ideology has become the spark of new threats? The dim-witted of the world? You only fan the flames with their anxiety, be it people or monsters. To be dissatisfied is in our nature. I kind of like how there's some sassy people like that who are still kind of on my ass.
Thank you kindly.
I like that things are not perfect. Things are improving, but nowhere near perfect.
All right then.
Let's go to the cathedral. Oh wait, anybody back here? Look at this.
Hello.
Roger. Your Majesty, it's an honor to meet you at this most auspicious time of year. I know I was quite devoted to Luis at one point. His power was both overwhelming and alluring. Where do you stand now? I'm disgusted by my shallowness, if I'm honest. It's hardly an atonement, but I'll at least try to be straight with you from now on. Not to bring down the mood, but I wanted to mention, I sense something familiar among your supporters. I recognize it because I was the same way. In their eyes, you're a hero who conquered the monstrous Luis. They entrusted you with authority because of your power and their desire to be at peace. Let us assume that the people have expectations not of your ideology, but solely of your power. King or not, failing to see the difference may invite consequences. Please take it from someone who erred in his ways. The people of this country have not recovered from the unrest, and when they do... Yeah, that's a good point. There's all kinds of fanatics. Man, Maria, please let your stuff be voiced.
So?
I think we heard all we can from people. Should we head where Madida is? Let's go see her.
Reminds me.
Being here sure brings back memories. You remember how we came here looking for Maria before the tournament for the throne? She was crying back then, though.
That's right.
She was. This country's turned around since then, no doubt about it. I'm sure there will always be differences of opinion, but your ideals are really coming to fruition now. I can feel it. That reminds me, what's up with the book you're carrying around now? Is that the one you've been working on yourself?
Oh.
I'm excited to see what kind of fantasy you can conjure up. But maybe that's not even the word for it. After all, if you're the one putting it in ink, that means you're going to make it a reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going?
Oh, hello there. Oh, right. I suppose
Thank God,
now
that's why
I
you're the
should
goat,
call you
Maria.
Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
You think this country's gotten any better since then?
Well, seems like everyone's having more fun than before. I'm sure Papa's happy too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream. And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
Yes, I expect great things, my trusty advisor.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Everyone!
Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Tuna, did she really come all this way in a runner? Could have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve.
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
Capital can be a bit of a bubble. There's always more to do and learn beyond its walls. Don't get caught in the echo chamber.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit?
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You
Hoy
swine!
the king!
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day. But we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
Crest them shits. Crest that paperwork, Hulkenberg.
And not long after, a new year dawned.
Oh, good timing. It's happy 2025 and whatever new year is in the game. Yeah. New year, new me, new country.
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Ever the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point back. Magler and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most far-away future begins with belief that it can be realized. So I'll press onward. That's the best I can do.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the ballet court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Nurse, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you have no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
I'm glad to hear that, but will that be all right?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
Gotta do the paparazzi tour, the press tour.
Still, this early into the new year, 'tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? We'll just have to lead by example.
Right then, let's go.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? A timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills.
You know I'm full of whimsy.
You have my sincerest thanks.
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
Mm-hmm.
Of course the crew came along.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind. Oh.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Oh, she coming with us.
Amazing!
Poetic indeed. that the scepter's absence restored order to Magla and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
Yeah! Hell yeah. Just relax and listen to the music. Oh, look at the... I like this art. We finally finished Metaphor! I really liked that. Oh man, I'm tired. The game took like dang near 80 hours. It did take 80 hours. Man. Oh, the music's so good. cast. Sorry, Hayami Akio Otsuka. Yoshino. Oh man, that's a lot of. Yuichi Nakamura. Megumi Ogata is Fidelio. Oh, that's Rie Tanaka. Yeah, that's a who's who of anime voice actors. At least on the Japanese side. Takehito Koyasu? You kidding me? Yo. Oh, man. Oh, the hand. There's a baby hand on the right. I need to learn how to draw hands.
Dear guest, from a world I shall never know.
That's me.
In your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction. However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you. With all my heart, I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
Is that Luis's Skyrunner? It's ruins now?
Look at that. The rubble's just bait for tourists now.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideals. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
What is happening?
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face all sorts of trials ahead. But carry onward with all your heart. Onward, fearless, into a world unknown.
Fantasy lives on in our hearts. Forever in our hearts. Yo! Certain things can transfer over as is to a new game. Currently owned items, money, mag, royal virtue, scanned enemies. Jeez, everything. You know what? Let's do that. Maybe I feel like playing later with Japanese voices. Not on stream, but ooh, yeah. Clear data! Let's go! We did it! Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching if you stuck around for like the whole or the majority of the playthrough. Man. It's a good game. Alright, I'm setting up a raid for us. We're gonna go visit Fred Trunk the Shiny. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. I hope you have a good Sunday. I'll play more Banjo-Tooie soon, and we'll also pick out another new game to play soon. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.